Have you ever had a moment where someone's words sent you right back to the most painful part of your past? Let me give you some background. My father is fundamentally against any type of confrontation. He's extremely passive and never stands up for himself. If someone bumped into him, he'd apologize. If his paycheck was short, he wouldn't say a word. If a mechanic didn't fix his car, he'd just accept it. This passivity created a traumatizing childhood for me because my mom was a narcissist. She made my dad quit his job, become a stay-at-home dad, do all the chores, and she insulted him constantly. She cheated on him relentlessly, even bringing partners to our home, and my dad never questioned any of it. He never stood up for me either. I remember going to him as a kid, crying about things my mom had done. He would just tell me to forget about it, sweeping it under the rug, and even trying to justify her behavior. When I turned 18, my mom kicked me out, and my dad just sat there and watched. He didn't say a word. I ended up joining the military, stationed across the country. I was so filled with hatred, I almost went down a very dark path, but therapy and the people I met saved me. Years later, my mom left my dad, and she passed away a year after that. Now I'm 30. I'm doing better, I have an amazing girlfriend, and I have extremely low contact with my dad. I've tried to build a connection, but it's just not there. Recently, I saw him at a family reunion. I was avoiding him all day until I overheard him talking to someone. He was telling a coworker, whose wife was cheating on him, that he should forgive her and work it out. And then my dad said, I set a good example for my son in that regard. A switch flipped in my head. All these years, and he hadn't learned a thing. I turned to him and said, "Are you freaking serious?" He just sat there stuttering. I told him, "You are a pathetic father and a pathetic man. You watched your son be treated badly, and you sat there like a coward. This whole family knows you're a coward. Everybody would be a fool to take advice from you." I just started going off on him. I'm not even sure everything I said, but my girlfriend finally pulled me away. Instantly, part of me felt good for finally getting that off my chest. My uncles think I was right to do it, but my grandparents said I shouldn't have done it in front of everyone. I know I'm not fully healed, and I'm going back to therapy. But I have to ask you, was I wrong for what I did?